Yeah, hello everyone. So have you guys done that? GitHub task? Anybody? So what we wanted to do is we wanted to create like this structure. Like this we want to create. And this part again we want to divide into two rows like this. So here normal text we want, some text we want here. Some text we want like GitHub search. Then here we want a text box and we want a button. Anybody done this task? Anybody at this tried? So what you have to do for this? First, you have to create one container. Okay, first let's create one container like this. So you know, right, how to create a container. So for that, I'm just taking a container class with a div element. Okay, I will just add some margin empty -5. And in this container, I will add some padding p-3. Now in this container, I want to take three rows. Row one, where I want to show text. Row two, here I want to show text box and button. And row 3. In row 3, I want to show one card. And here, one more section. Okay, basically two sections I want to show. So like this, three rows I want. So if you want three rows, then just take three divs with the class row. Three rows are ready. Now in first row, I just want to show H2 content. And here some content like GitHub search. I want to show a title called GitHub search. If I just try to load this and if I just look into the output, this is how I got GitHub search. Okay. I will just say GitHub search application. So it shows something like this. GitHub search application. Now just color I want to change. This text color I want to change. So for this, I will add class here text hyphen whatever you want you can add. If I add warning, let's see how it looks. This is how it looks. GitHub search application. Instead of warning, can we go with something like primary? If I go with primary, it looks like this. GitHub search application. So this I have added in the first row. Now in second row, what I want one text box and one button. So what I will do, this second row, I will divide into two columns. First column should occupy 8 column space. It should occupy space equivalent to 8 columns. And second column, I want it should occupy space equivalent to 4 columns. So 8 plus 4, it's like 12. So in my second row, I want to create two columns. The first column should occupy space equivalent to 8 columns. Second column should occupy space equivalent to 4 columns. So it's like 8, 4. In first column, I just want to add input type equals to text. I will add placeholder and I will say username. So add, you enter username, something like this. And I will close. And in my second column, I want one button, something like search. For this button, I will add some classes. Okay. So for button, we can add the class like BTN. And again, we have lot of different classes like BTN primary, BTN secondary, BTN info, all those names we can use. Whatever we have used for background and text, same class names we can use for BTN also. In background, we use BG-primary. Related to button, we have to use BTN-primary. BTN-primary. The moment we add BTN-primary, you will get something like this. Okay, for this button, what I will do, I will add padding from left and right. So px-5 I will say. So that margin will be, padding will be added in the left and right. So the width of button looks a little bit more. And if you see, this is a normal text box. Now to convert this as a bootstrap text box or to add some style to this text box, then bootstrap is giving us a class called form-control. This form-control class we can use for all the input elements. So here this is the input element. For this input element, simply you have to use a class called form-control. The moment you add this class, you will get some styles to this input element. So just see here, the moment I save it, right now this is how our input element is. Now if I refresh, it looks like this. So Bootstrap is adding some styles. Now between this row, first row and second row, I want some space. So what we can do is, here simply I can add my-2. Here also something like my-2. So if I go back here and if I refresh, this is how the space is generated. Little bit space we got. So we got this one, we got this. Next, what I want to do in the third row. Now here I want to also create two columns. What here I want to do is, here first column should occupy space equivalent to 4 column and second should occupy 8 column. First I want 4, second I want 8. Guys, if I disconnect, wait for 5 minutes, okay? There is no power from the morning, and today was the I had a morning session, so all that battery got drained in that morning session only, okay? So in case if I get disconnects, just wait for 5 minutes. If I come back, okay. If I don't come back, leave it, guys. Just leave the session, okay? Don't waste your time. Just leave the session. So some pole repairing is going on. So from yesterday, lot of power cut issues are there at my place. Yesterday Angular session also, I was able to take only 40 minutes and suddenly power went off. Okay. So what I want to do is third row. In third row also, I want to create two columns, but this time first column should take 4 column space. Second column should take 8 column space. In second row, our first column was taking 8 column space. Second column was taking 4 column space. In third row, I want vice versa. So I will just close this row 2, go to the row 3. Here I want call -4 and then I want call hyphen 8. Call hyphen. Now in this call hyphen 4, I want to create one card. I want to create one card. So here I want to create one card. So if you want to create a card like this, if you want to create a card, Bootstrap is giving us a class called card class. So if you take a div element and if you give a card class to it, you will get a card shape. Now this card is divided into three groups or three sections. That is card header, card body, and card footer. So we can divide our card into three sections: card header, card body, and card footer. So right now in my case, I just want to take a card. So how to take a card means, so in this column 4, just take a div with the class card. Now this card is divided into three sections. That is card hyphen header, card hyphen body, and card hyphen footer. So your one card is divided into three sections. To create header, we have to use card header, card body, card footer. All these are predefined classes coming from your Bootstrap. So in card header, I just want to add one image with some src. Width I will keep as 100% and height I will make it 200. And here I want to show some user image. So for that, I will just search here some male professional images. We are going to get a lot of images here. Just pick any random image, right click, copy image link and paste here. The moment I paste it, and if I go back here, and if I refresh, this is how it looks. We got here this card. In card body, see, this is the card header, this is the card body, this is the card footer. So in card body, what I want to do is I want to just add that user name. So here I am taking H3 and I am saying something like here Raj Verma. After heading, I just want to add some 2-line description, like I will say Lorem 8. So if I go back here and if I just refresh, I got like this. And in the footer part, I just want to add one button. Something like profile details. And to this, if you want to add any styles, then you have to use a class called btn space btn hyphen outline. I am using outline hyphen primary. So for our button, we have classes like btn, btn hyphen primary, btn hyphen secondary, btn hyphen warning, like this, all those names we have. We have one more type of class, that is btn hyphen outline hyphen primary, btn hyphen outline hyphen secondary, btn hyphen outline hyphen info, like this, all those names we have. So the difference between outline and without outline is, here directly you will get background color, but if you just go here, let me save my file. If I just go back here and if I refresh, now see here you won't get by default background color. So that background color on the button will come only if you hover it. This is the difference between outline without outline. Without outline, by default, it will add that background color. But if you go with the outline, then it will add background color only if you hover or if you keep your cursor on the button. if you keep cursor on the button. Now this width looks very big for this particular container. So what we will try to do is we will try to reduce this width. So yesterday we learned some classes, right? Width were W0, W25, W50 like this. What I will do, I will make it W75. And MX auto I will make so that it will be in the center of our screen. So I am decreasing the width of my container and then making it MX auto. So if I refresh, it looks like this now. Now in our CSS, if you want to add shadow, which property we use? If you want to add shadow, which property do we use? Have you guys box shadow, right? So here in our bootstrap, we have a class called shadow. So the moment you add that shadow class, I'm adding that shadow class to my container. See, to my container, I am going to get one shadow now. See here, I got a shadow. So let me just say empty3 here instead of 5. Now see, this is how we got shadow we got.